So, one of the things I love about art is how random things can happen. You have something planned and then something totally different happens. After recording the gotcha video yesterday, I was doing some harvesting and prep for my next video project. Anyway, I found a Psychotropic direwolf. Now that is part of the Shiny Dino mod, and we need that biotoxin for our shocking trank darts. So I'll start with a clip of taming that. Now, as soon as I finished recording, I immediately found a high-level Managarmr. So I'll add that clip in as well. All right, I'll see you in a bit. So I'm over here in the snow biome, and I am looking for something specific. I had a notification from the Shiny Dino mod that there is a direwolf that has Psychotropic on it. Now, there's no way to get biotoxin on this map unless you have the Shiny Dino mod. The Psychotropic dinos will generate biotoxin in their inventory. So we're going to go tame it. That way we can get biotoxin. All right, on the approach, we see that there is a fight going down. And it's a little beat up. It's just aggroing to everything. We're going to have to help it out. These bears are going to wreck it. I'm going to try to kill this guy. Let's get a shot into this guy, see if we can get him down. Don't run into the water. Hey, dummy, don't run into the water. Oh boy. I gotta get him out of the water before I drop him. Okay, you gotta get out of the water. Look at all these Rexes swimming. What is going on over here? This thing's got to get out of the water. I'm not going to be able to tame it in the water. Come on, dude. I believe in you. You can do it. Dude. Oh my god. Well, pretty sure we lost that guy. Nope, not in the water. Come on, dude. Get out from under the water before you die. What a goofball. If I can get him out of the water, I'll deal with the Rex later. Come on, dude. You're almost there. I believe in you. Come on. Get out of the water. Finally. Kill this guy off. Make sure I don't get dismounted and then eaten. Ooh. He's doing a little damage. Now, is there anything in the area that's gonna eat this guy? I'm just gonna use kibble. I got a bunch. I think it's superior. I believe it's superior. I would think this guy would eat very fast. And that food gets down to 44.70, 44.65. There you go. Alright. Let's take this out of view because you don't need it. And just, I'll tell you what, let's put you up. And then we'll take a look and see what you got in the way of stats, because you know it's going to be terrible. I love this little outpost we built over here in the snow. We got to name this girl. So I haven't decided what we're going to name it. Let's put the save on and let's drop this direwolf out so that we can get, hey Grubhub, I brought you a little buddy. Okay, so thanks to the shiny Dino mod, we now have some biotoxin on this map. It was a little hectic. There was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of fighting. We were able to single it out with a bola, and then of course it fell in the water. We kind of had to herd it out of the water and dodge 3 Rexes while we were at it, but we were able to get it. We got ourselves a psychotropic direwolf. Oh wait, there's one thing I want to show you about the direwolf before we go here. So when you look at its wheel, there is a option to lick it in the top right hand. So we're going to do that. It's basically the mushroom effect from aberration. That's what happens to you, but I think that's kind of funny. Yeah. Anyway, we now got biotoxin on this map, and if we ever see a Giga, we're going to need it. Not only for the shocking trank darts, but also to keep it down, because, you know, those things are notorious for needing a bunch of narcs. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the taming of the direwolf. It was kind of hectic. I'll probably add this into another video because I've been talking about getting a psychotropic for a while. Maybe if I can find a Managarmr, I'll just tack this onto the Managarmr tame. Okay, so I just got done filming the direwolf tame for the biotoxin, the psychotropic direwolf, and I said in there, maybe I'll add that onto a video if I tame a Managarmr. I flew over here to take a look, and I found a 140 Managarmr over here. I can't believe that. Now these things are going to be such a pain to try and tame. The aggro's there. I better get started before he dies. Let me clear some stuff out down here before he just dies to everything. And I gotta be careful. Okay. Let's try to clear some of this out. Let the Managarmr eat. I can't hit it. There we go. I can get him down. Oh god, where is he? Where'd he go? I can't see. Okay. All right, that might have him. No, that's not. I'm gonna have to do one more. Oh, I got him. Now, I gotta make sure that there's nothing that's gonna come nibble on him. Oh god, I can't believe I got him down that fast. He was kind of aggro to some stuff. All right, let's clear some of this out. About as fast as it ever goes. I'm not panicking, but I gotta get this guy tamed before something aggroes, because something's gonna respawn here. All right, you. Go. Get out of here. Then let's do it. That went way... don't say it too soon. I was gonna say that went way faster, easier than I thought, but let's go over and kill this thing so it doesn't aggro. You gotta go. So I'm just noticing the stats of this Managarmr. It is terrible. 18 health, 18 stamina, 36 into food, 26 into weight, 18 into oxygen, 22 into melee. Hey, there we go. All right, so that was interesting tame. Being able to use the S-Snow Owl to tame off the back of it is so good. We got really lucky that we were able to kill everything off while this Managarmr was in the air, so we didn't damage it, and then we didn't have to trap it. So we got kind of lucky with that. Now I just got to find myself a female, and then I can start trying to breed these stats over and see if we can get us a usable Managarmr. We are going to need a lot more stamina. If I find a female, I'll show that taming on camera as well. But if not, I may do that off camera and then just start some breeding, and then we'll have ourselves a Managarmr to work with that's imprinted. Okay, so in that clip, I tamed a level 140 male. That's this one here. And the stats on it, honestly, are not that great. 32 health, 25 stam, 41 weight, and melee's 34. It's not that great. After I tamed it, I went back to doing harvesting and then all the other stuff I was planning on doing, and I came across this 130 female. I believe it was 130. And its stats, if I'm being honest, are not that great either. It's 28 health, 31 stamina, weight's 34, and melee is 33. So they're okay. Okay, so I bred the male and the female that I got, and combined all the stats, and I got a 215 Managarmr. I believe this is a female. Yes, this is a female, but it has been quite a long time since I have used a Managarmr. For being honest, it is years. I'm not even sure I know what the controls are. So I figure what we'll do is we'll just jump down, see what it's all about, and then we'll wrap the video up. All right, let's jump. Oh, okay, that's the attack. All right, let's get out of here. The one thing I'll say is this guy's super fast. His attack's pretty quick. That breath is pretty nice. Huh. Let's hop out there and get that. Just in case. Let's see if we can freeze this Giga. Yeah, this is probably something we shouldn't be doing. Wow, that froze that Giga a long time. Has that always been that way? Let's freeze this bad boy. Of course, it did eat and heal. You know, it really is draining a lot of health fast with this breath attack. I mean, if I could mutate the stamina on these things, that would probably be awesome. We can pull out the old Karchar. Let's do that. Alright, this thing is in the city, wreaking havoc. I do have vampiric on this this Karchar, so that should help return some of my health every time I damage this guy. Alright, got rid of that guy finally. He attacks pretty quick. I'm just curious. If you put corrupted nodules in its inventory, it will have an extended spoil timer. So let's see here. 29 minutes, almost 30. No, it's the exact same. Just freeze it. I gotta tell you, this frozen breath is pretty good. I gotta say, I kind of like it. Back to movement. We are going to put our left stick forward. We're going to hit X to jump, and then we're going to hit right trigger to dash. Let's try that again. I'm going to look up so I don't jump straight down to the ground. So can we do this endlessly until we run out of stamina? Yeah, I mean, I've just been continuing to do that. Interesting. This is a pretty fast way to get around. I'm afraid I'm going to, like, crash the game by rendering. Ooh, I must have did something with the stick there. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I keep going left and right. I can't figure out what I did there. We are going to need a ton of stamina on this creature. Stamina's going to need probably be 4,500. We're getting ganged up on here. Seems like when you get hit, the breath attack gets interrupted. It does this weird hop. That always been the case? Let's see if I can get back to the base. I don't know how that's going to work. Okay, that's up. Okay, you can jump. How do I? Okay. All right, let's take the sprint off. Now, getting over there is going to be interesting for me landing on that base. Let me get full stamina because I feel like this is going to take a couple of tries to get there. All right, we're going to take my finger off the left stick. We're going to jump, and then we're going to jump again, and then we're going to. Oh yeah, that's the way to do it right there. All right, I like this thing. I like this thing a lot. It's better than I remember in ASE, but then again, I never bred an imprinted one. That's pretty nice. Let's come up with a name so I don't forget what it is. That it's not my breeding one. All right, nice. Well, that was very interesting. I got to tell you, the Managarmr in ASA feels so much better than I remember it in ASE. The only thing that feels different is when you're doing the breath attack and it gets hit, it does this little hop and interrupts its attack. I don't remember that in ASE, but then again, I didn't have a whole lot of experience with these guys. Like I said, I only ever tamed one. Could never find another high level to breed them. But I kind of like this guy. It seems pretty strong, and I'm going to test it out on the OSDs and on the element veins. And I'm going to see if its breath attack will actually damage the element vein. If it doesn't, it could be awesome for that. Anyway, I'll be on the hunt for more Managarmrs to see if I can breed in some better stamina and health. Well, really all the stats, because the stats are all kind of weak. The highest level that I had was a male at 140, and then the female was 130. So I'm going to be looking for 140 and higher to see if I can beef up the stats. And then I might work on a few mutations. If I did anything, it would probably be just stamina. But, you know, it's one of those things. I've got a lot of projects going on when it comes to breeding and mutations, so it'll just have to get in line. Luckily, we will be on Extinction for quite a while until the next map comes out, and we know that'll be delayed, so I can work on these kinds of things. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was not planned at all. It was completely by accident, and sometimes I just like that. I like doing something on the random and not having a totally planned out episode. If you like this kind of content, give us a like and a subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.